Welcome back. So, winning every game at home is great, but you've got to win a game on the road. And at some point in time, it had to bite the Carolina Hurricanes. And not only that, but if you've won every game at home yourself, as the Rangers had, and you're going into tonight's game in Game 7, they did what I was hoping Boston would do the last round and didn't. And so the New York Rangers are moving on, and they'll be playing the Tampa Bay Lightning in MSG on Wednesday. So let's get through and go through how we get here. So it's Shesterkin versus Ronta in this one. You know, Igor Shesterkin last round. Remember when Pittsburgh had them down 3-1 and Shesterkin didn't look very good? That's ancient history. It's only a couple weeks ago. Ancient history. Don't worry about it. No problem. Shesterkin's fantastic. And there's definitely there's a similarity between Vasilevsky's playoffs and Shesterkin's, where both of them looked not fantastic their first 4 or 5 starts, and then it just clicks. And great goalies do this. So there's an early press by the Canes. Shea had a shot that was held. Ronta then with a turnover. The Rangers end up coming out with a power play pretty quickly after that. There was a shorthanded rush by Trocheck that was defended. Fox has a chance to deflect out. The Canes, aggressive penalty kill, not giving the Rangers much. But the Rangers, undaunted by that strong penalty kill, get the power play goal with 2 seconds left in it. It's Fox from Lafreniere and Kopp at 3 minutes and 40 seconds. So, yeah, just the 2 seconds left on the power play. And the first goal has meant a win in 75% of Game 7s coming into today. So that percentage bumps up just a little bit. That one was scored through a screen. The Canes then get a power play. They were 6 for 50 in the playoffs coming into tonight's game. Not fantastic. Jarvis has a shot that's saved. The Canes cycle it. There was a post for Jarvis on the next try. Slavin has a shot that's blocked. Then there's a shorthanded rush by Zibanejad. The Natchez chance, he decides to pass rather than shoot. He should have shot it there, but he's a player who had 0 goals in these playoffs, and you could see it was affecting his confidence level as the round went along. So it's killed off, just the one shot on net. Kakko then had a rush that was saved, and then there's too many Canes on the ice. So Jarvis gets hurt, and I think what happened here is his replacement jumps on the ice a little bit early. Understandable, you see Jarvis is hurt on the play, and so the Rangers get a power play. Also, Jarvis, I would think concussion, but again, we'll see. Kreider scores on that power play from Zibanejad and Fox at 8 minutes. So I mentioned that, the inability to win on the road was a problem for Carolina. Special teams, absolutely a nightmare for Carolina in these playoffs. And the weird thing is the special teams, the power play wasn't great down the stretch. Absolutely not. But their penalty kill was fantastic. In these playoffs, it kind of got away from them. So it was a perfect tip by Kreider. Gorgeous. At first, from the angle they showed, I thought, did that go in off his skate? Did he pick his skate up? No. He got his skate out of the way. He tipped it off of his stick. It was a fantastic goal by Kreider. No chance on that one for Ronta. And the crowd gets pretty quiet. The Canes part anyways, the Rangers part of the crowd got louder as the game went along. So Teravainen nearly answers. Igor denies him. Kotkaniemi then with the net drive, that's held. The Canes get a power play, which after that last one didn't go for them. They were 1 for 15 in the series. So there's a shorthanded chance for Goudreau. He clears it out, kills off some time, and then there's a shorthanded rush for Mott. He fires wide on that. Power play's killed off. It managed 3 shots, but doesn't really go much of anywhere there. Panarin's denied as the Rangers press. Trocheck has a shot that's blocked. The Canes are controlling a lot of the play. And that's the thing. The Canes actually had a really good first period, but the Rangers got the superior goaltending. And again, absolutely nothing on Ronta for either of those goals in that first period, but Shesterkin was absolutely fantastic. So D'Angelo has a shot saved as the Canes are pressuring. Stahl has a shot that's held, and it ends 4+ minutes without a whistle. So nice long run of play there without a whistle. Jarvis exited after that Trouba hit, didn't return. So that's what ended up happening. Initially, Ray Ferraro thought that maybe he lost his skate blade with the way he was leaving the ice, but he took a big hit from Trouba. Clean hit, hard hit, it's a Trouba hit, and his hits knock guys out of games. And so, that was a big blow to the Carolina Hurricanes there. So, the Rangers press with 4 minutes left. Strome with a wraparound chance, that's saved. Natchez with a rush chance, that's kicked aside by Igor. Svechnikov then had a shot that was held. Fast to Stahl. Trouba defends that, makes sure that Stahl doesn't get that puck right in front of the net. Shea is then denied, and the rebound is cleared out. Igor then snow angels as the Canes are pressing here. Kreider had a rush chance that's saved. And again, it's the 5-on-5 play. Majority of that's Carolina. Special teams, the Rangers absolutely fantastic through 20 minutes. So we start the second period. The Rangers press at a minute and a half, but they're kept to the outside by Carolina. Niederreiter had a rush chance that was held. Then there's some pushing after that. This game did not get really physical. This game, honestly, in terms of hits and everything, a little bit less than what we've been seeing lately. So the Canes press. Cole has a shot that's blocked. Hedl with a rush chance, that's saved. The rebound's cleared out. The Rangers get a power play. The Canes don't let them set up. And so they kill it off. And it felt like maybe this saves their season. They're down 2-0. They finally get the penalty kill they desperately needed. It was the last of the power plays for the Rangers as well. So here we go. Rangers fourth line presses. Mott's chance was held. Lindgren gets hurt. The Canes go to the power play at the same time. Gallant wasn't happy. He didn't like the fact that Lindgren got hurt, and they go to the penalty kill. Kotkaniemi has a shot that's blocked. Domi fires wide. It's killed off with a good clear from Goudreau to finish it off for good measure. So it's 1 for 17 in the series at this stage, and it's becoming a major problem, right? The ref is told that he sucks, and I thought it was more that their power play sucked. So I will agree to disagree that Carolina had already had power plays, and they just couldn't score on them. And then without Lindgren, the Rangers shake up their defense pairings, but before you can really worry about it, Lindgren's back. The way he skated off, it looked like he had one leg that wasn't any good, and he's back. Ryan Lindgren is an absolute playoff warrior. I stand by what I said a few games ago. Cyborg, highly likely. So now he has a robotic leg. He's just getting stronger. You're just making him angrier and stronger. Martinook then with the net feed. That's blocked. The Rangers limiting the Canes' chances. So, interviewed in between periods, Gerard Gallant says he didn't like how many chances Carolina was getting in the first period. That's pretty obvious because they locked it down in the second period much better through most of that period. Ronta goes down with 4:23 left. Now, the fans, not having seen what took place, decide to tell the ref again that he sucks. But what happens here is that Ronta, just going side to side, it could be ACL, MCL, could be a pulled groin. Either way, he goes down, and you can see him with his hand on his leg, and he went down in a heap. Now, what's odd about this, too, so they show a little bit that, he's down, and then the trainer's coming out on the ice to deal with it. So they do a commercial break then. And they just go into a commercial break. And it was so jarring that I thought it was an accident. I was like, oh, well, normally when a guy gets hurt on the play, they stick with the play until we see him get up and get off the ice. So the fact that they cut away, I thought was odd. Because I'm like, wait, they're not going to show us Ronta. So when they came back from the commercial, Ronta's just leaving. You see him going through the bench, and he's gone. So Kochetkov comes in. What a rough spot for Kochetkov to come in. It's 2-0. It's Game 7. You're down. You have no room for error, and his English isn't very good either. So that can't be a great thing either. Although there's other guys on the Canes who can talk to him. So Strome's denied on a break, but then he scores on 2-on-1 right after that. So a little bit iffy defense because with the Canes down 2-0, Brind'Amour has no option. He has to open up the game. He has to start playing that kind of hockey. And so Strome scores at 16-19 from Panarin and Miller. And this is where I looked at it and I went, the game's over. Because I could not see a situation where the Canes are going to get 4 goals on Shesterkin with how dialed in he is, right? I just couldn't see it. Shea then has a blast that deflects out. The Canes press with 2.5 minutes left. There's a near miss for Lafreniere on the backhand. The Canes press in the final seconds. And the shot attempts through 40 minutes, 54-33 for the Canes. I don't need to see the deserved win-o-meter on moneypuck.com to know that through 40 minutes, the Canes deserve to be winning. They're down 3-0. And Ronta, they also announced between periods, would not return, which again, if you saw him go down on that play, you know he's done for the night at the very least. And it would turn out to be for the season, right? So we go to the third period. The Canes only had 1 3-goal comeback the entire season. And that was against Columbus. And that was a game where Columbus had a 3-0 lead after one. It was 4-2 after the second, and the Canes just started rolling, and they won that one 7-4. This is not Columbus they're playing against, so there's not that same expectation. Martinook's denied early. Fox then defends a rush from Aho. The Rangers were sitting back a bit. There was definitely some sitting back, some prevent defense going on, but it wasn't as bad as we've seen from some other teams. Pesce has a shot saved as the Canes press, and again, Shesterkin and Vasilevsky, there's something these guys have in common other than being red hot right now in the playoffs. They make it look easy. And when you make it look easy against the other team, you're going to have fans saying, well, clearly the shot selection wasn't very good. They just shot it right at the guy's chest. The way I see it is, that goaltender's in the exact right spot. That's why the puck hits him in the chest. His positioning is perfect. He's a big goaltender. They don't have a net to shoot at. So that's what Igor was doing there. And then, just right here, filthy backhand goal on a fast break. It's Kreider. It's fantastic. From Vetrano and Zibanejad at 3:59. I don't think that if Freddie Anderson was healthy, he stops that one. I think that's just that. So I put right here, you're not getting 4 on Igor to force overtime. It's not happening. The way that he's been dialed in, and I thought the Rangers defense was better after that first 20 minutes where the Canes didn't get a goal. So the Canes looked pretty dejected on the bench, understandable. DeAngelo has a shot that's blocked, and so that everything's done there. Hedel then has a chance that's saved. We're starting to see empty seats with 15 minutes left. It's only notable to me, I understand. And I know people are going to say, well, the game was over. Those tickets had to be ridiculously expensive. Game 7, second round. So to me, and if it was me in that situation, I'd probably stick through the rest of the game. I don't blame fans necessarily for leaving. The fans that are happy those guys left, Ranger fans. We start seeing more blue jerseys in the lower bowl. And so I get the feeling there were some people going, I got my tickets up here, but there's all kinds of nice seats down there. It does happen. So, Shea has a blast that's blocked by Vetrano with 13:05 left. There's a delay game call. The Canes go to the power play. Aho with the net feed, that won't go. Rangers fans getting more notable. Some Ranger chants starting to show up. Some Ranger cheering starting to show up. But DeAngelo scores from Aho at 8 minutes and 11 seconds. Now, I'm pretty sure that's a power play goal. But it doesn't show as a power play goal on the app. And it didn't at the time. But I'm pretty sure that was a power play goal. And you get this feeling like, okay, Carolina might be able to get back into this. It's 4-1, but there's still almost 12 minutes left. 40 seconds later, Hedel, who's become like a folk hero lately, from Kakko, and it's a turnover that Kakko forced. So everybody that gets on Kakko and says, "Oh, he's a flop and he's terrible," no, he's not. So that just takes all the wind out of the fans, out of that building. If you're a Canes fan, that is. Ranger fans might have got more obnoxious with that one. So. And I mean that in a loving manner. So, yeah, turnover at the blue line. It scored 5-hole. I still think it was a good goal. And yeah, again, Kochetkov, welcome to the game. So, Kakko then had a chance after that was held. Martinook's denied from the slot. Mott had a wraparound opportunity at the other end. That wouldn't go. Stahl has a rush chance that's held. Ryan Lindgren, they have a huge lead. He is still blocking shots. He had 3 shot blocks in this game. He's shot blocking with one leg. Again, the other leg had to be a cyborg leg. It's the only thing that makes sense to me is that Lindgren, every time he gets hurt, they replace him with more cybernetics. It's the only thing I can go with in this. So, Canes press with 7 minutes left. They press again with 5 minutes left. They're being kept to the outside. Again, the Rangers are shot blocking. There's not a lot of good opportunities, but it's 16-13. Max Domi brings back just that glimmer of hope from Martinook and Kotkaniemi, and he scores on a rebound. Very rare that a rebound, A, is given up by Igor in this game, and B, that the Rangers defense didn't clear it. So it's one of those rare errors for New York in this game. So they pull the goaltender with 3:15 left because you have to. Now you're down by 3. If you get another, you're down by 2, right? A little bit of hope there. The Rangers ice it with 3:01 left, and now we're hearing Tony chants, and this is where you can tell, like at this point, there's a lot of blue jerseys down behind the benches, and there's a lot of Tony chants because that's the mock from Ranger fans towards Tony DeAngelo. And then there's an empty net goal, and it was a really nice pass by Zibanejad. Just he flips it up and over, the home run pass. Kopp gets it and buries it. Andrew Kopp's been fantastic for the Rangers. Gets the empty netter from Zibanejad and Goudreau at 17:08. And takes, if there was any doubt, and there really wasn't, but if there was any at all for anybody, that just ends it. So Ranger fans, again, moving down, chanting, "We want the cup." Again, there's more Tony chants. There were Igor chants towards the end. And, you know, it definitely changes how it sounds when you're watching the game. When those Ranger fans are down further, you got to think they're closer to microphones. And it kind of felt like it was a Rangers home game once a lot of the Carolina fans cleared out. Your final score is 6-2. The New York Rangers now 5-0 in elimination games. They get to go home and get ready for Tampa on Wednesday. Emily Kaplan asked in an interview, you know, you guys get 2 days rest. And I said out loud to the TV, they get one. So they get 1 day's rest. I guess like 36, about 40 hours, but it's 1 day's rest. And then they get to play the two-time defending champions. For Carolina, they were 7-1 at home. That's a very good home record, but they were 0-6 on the road. And that's what bites them. They could not win a road game. So that argument of you're not in trouble until you lose at home, here it is again. There's one home loss in the series, and it cost Carolina the series. Your 3 stars are Shesterkin, Kreider, and Zibanejad. The shots favor the Canes through most of it. 16-11 in the first, 12-9 in the second. In the third, the Rangers outshoot them 11-10. The final shots 38-31 for Carolina. Power plays, the Rangers 2 for 3. Again, it shows the Canes 0 for 4. That was a power play goal by D'Angelo. It has to be 1 for 4. The hits were 23-22 for Carolina. Shesterkin saves 36 out of 38. Makes it look easy. Ronta saved 16 out of 18. Kochetkov saved 9 out of 12. I don't know how much you can put on Kochetkov. Again, the Rangers just had it going. And as soon as you get a 2-goal lead on Carolina, you are forcing them to open it up, which is not their game this year. They have the personnel that can play that style of hockey, but the Carolina Hurricanes haven't been playing that this year. So just it's a situation where they're not great at those comebacks. Again, they had 1 3-goal comeback all year, and that was against Columbus. And that was, I don't want to say early in the season, but that was quite a while ago. Feels like a lifetime ago with how long the season is, right? So there you go. Let me know your thoughts in the comments section below regarding this game. Don't forget to hit like and subscribe if you're browsing your way through. You just happened upon this video. Thank you guys so much for watching, for all your support. I will talk to you again soon.